welcome to a bonus edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to try and do just that and have a look at the Times Cryptic crossword today, Friday the 3rd of June. Normally Friday is the hardest day of the week in the Times crossword, and if we look at the stats here, today's puzzle, there are some names on here I recognise. Verlaine is the one I most recognise. Verlaine is a very fast solver who would average probably 5-6 minutes for the Times crossword, so this one's taking him twice as long as normal. Let's have a look at the full list and see if I can see anything. Henry Blanco White, I think a former winner of the Times Crossword Championship, I might be wrong, certainly a holder of the listener record. Yeah, and GL Hurd, I recognise that name, very good solver, 15 minutes. So this could be quite a long video actually, especially as I'm going to be explaining what I find on the way through. Let's go to it though and see how we get on. Here we go, let's get cracking. There, calm consideration when accepting contract's initial condition. There, calm consideration when. I want to put a C in the middle of it, contract's initial. Don't know, open fans. Ooh, I don't know that either, that's a peculiar one. Skinny Australian suppresses most of light gas, perhaps neon, NEO, after reduction. Skinny is a slang word for information. You can say, give me the, what's the skinny? That means tell me what's up. Australian, a roo, suppresses most, no idea. Hot personality turned to carnality. Hot personality. Not going well yet. George. Well, George is the nickname of the autopilot on a plane. So, George acting without thinking. Oh, autopilot. I want that to be on autopilot or something like that. But autopilot acting without thinking, as if you're. Oh, why don't I see what that is? I think that's something to do with autopilot. But obviously, I'm not seeing exactly what it is. Let's try 4 across. Spotting beloved Romeo becoming very soft. Could be a musical term for playing very softly. Spotting beloved Romeo becoming very soft. I don't know that one either. Yeah, difficult start. Project or project involving a worry about Pat's constituent. Good grief, no clue. Dainty piece of okay, I can do this one. Dainty piece of marzipan if left over. Well, if you take a piece of the letters of marzipan if left and you turn them over, you can see spelt out backwards E-L-F-I-N, elfin, which is a word which means dainty. We get an F in 7 down. With more detail, finding lead or lead later to make a deduction is to infer. Okay, so this is if something is finer, it has more detail, and if we reduce the lead letter of the word finer, we leave it later in the word, we can get infer. So maybe 13 across. Reckless dictators' wives collectively spook the people. Wow. Reckless. Helter-skelter. Dictators' wives collectively. Harem. Spook the people. Harem scarum. Oh, yes. That's got harem at the start. So how's this working? Reckless is harem scarum. Dictators' wives collectively, harem, I think. Spook, scare. The people is spook the people, scare 'em. I think if there was an apostrophe, but you know, you could say let's scare 'em. You wouldn't necessarily need the extra E in there. So harem scarum looks good there, doesn't it? And that is not autopilot then. George. Acting without thinking. Don't know. Answer bosses with note formally. I'd said, I had said. Answer bosses. Bosses are often studs in cryptic crosswords. Bosses with note formally. I had said. Aforementioned? That's right. That is a good solve. Wow. Okay, I will explain this in a second. So, answer can be A from Q&A. You might have heard the abbreviation there. Bosses are foremen. With note, formerly I had. Right, how's this working? Note could be the musical note TI, as in do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, T. That T can be spelled TI. Formerly, I had. One, had apostrophe D, I think. One, said, as in I had said. No, it's not said. Leave the said out. I had woned. You know, the royal we there. I think that's what that's meaning. And then something said in the past would be aforementioned. Not an easy clue at all. I'm slightly perplexed that I solved it. Especially as I only had an R in it. 14 across. Back, choice between daughter and tot. Dorsal, I wanted that to be. That's not. Oh, dorsum, I think. Wow. D or sum. So a choice between daughter, D, or, saying it's a choice, it's this or that, D or tot. If you tot something, you sum it. So it doesn't mean tot as in child. Ignore the surface reading of clues. And I think dorsum must be some form of dorsal, which I do recognise as a word meaning back. So 15 down. Gloomy, Sunday's predecessor, Saturday. Saturnine. Gloomy could be saturnine. Why is it saturnine? Sunday's predecessor is Satur. Yes, Saturday is Sunday's predecessor. A number, the number 9, has replaced the word day, and day, very formally, is the amount of time that the globe takes to revolve, the globe being the Earth. So Saturnine is the right answer. Again, not straightforward, but very much helped by having this S. 19 across. Container for chow mein has small stone in it. Container for chow, mine, has small stone in it. It's like a food tin or something like that, but I don't think it is food tin. I'm not putting that in. Let's have a look at 18 down. Great destruction. Destruction is a raising. It's a, I don't know. Oh, I at the end of that one. Hang on, let's look at that. Misread quiz oddly. Missing nationality of Hadid. What? Iraqi, I think, is the answer. Yeah, okay. So if we look at the string of letters, misread quiz, and we take the odd numbered letters out of that string because they are oddly missing, so we're only going to take the even numbered letters, so we take the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, etc. You can see we get spelt out Iraqi, and that is nationality of Hadid. Might need a question mark there. And is Hadid necessarily an Iraqi name? I don't know. 23. Moan, rejecting new form of hair. Moan, rejecting new, a form of hair. I don't know. Prepare to be in Paris during grand day out. Get ready. Okay, so the verb to be in French is être, E-T-R-E, and that is in something. I'm going to work out what that is now. Grand, G, and then day out is an anagram of the word day, and if you prepare, you get ready. So this is something-ing. It's not raising though. Great is stonking. Destruction, is that a stonking? No, I don't think so. That's 22 across. Manager's job could be a sight more powerful. Manager's supervising? Manager's job is super. I quite like supervising there. Let's just put that in and see if we can understand how it could be that. Could be a sight more powerful. Supervision? Oh, I see. If you have supervision, you do have, your sight would be more powerful. Okay, what's this then? Plait. That's what it is. That's a form of hair. Moan is plaint. If you have a complaint, you've probably heard of that word. Well, plaint is an old word for a moan. So we reject the N for new out of that, and we get plait. Which one? Let's have a look, maybe 24 down. North Italy's top honour for weeping mother, Naomi. Naomi was famous. Oh, Niobe. Yeah, Niobe was a famous weeper in Greek myth, I think. So North, N, Italy, I, top honour, and OBE. An order of the British Empire, and a weeping mother from the myths is Niobe. I'm now wondering whether Niobe was biblical rather than Greek. That shows my ignorance. I don't know. Oh, why is that mixed up in my mind? I don't know. But anyway, it just shows you don't have to be a classical expert to solve these puzzles. You just have to have a vague inkling about things, and maybe you can get it. Now, I haven't read this clue, but I've seen the word moosling. Now, moosling is not a normal collection of letters, so I think this is going to be an anagram of moosling. Now, let me see if this is wrong. Moosling could be, yes, it is. It's a neologism. Okay, so moosling, it just looked so strange, didn't it? And this is the way this is meant to be read. It's saying that the letters moosling could be, i.e., if you rearrange them, they could be something different. A recent addition to the dictionary is like a new word, and a posh word for a new word is a neologism. Let's put that in. Let's see if 21 down is helpful. Euler's number. Euler's number substitutes for 0 in arrangement for mathematician. Matrix, no. I think this is going to be the name of a mathematician. Fermat. Oh, that's quite a good idea. Fermat, right. Euler's number substitutes for 0 in format. So Euler's number must be E, which I didn't actually know as Euler's number, but okay. So E is being substituted for O, 0, in format, which is an arrangement, and a mathematician gives Fermat. Letter that's awesome or disappointing. Letter that's awesome. It's probably a Greek letter, this, that's awesome or disappointing. G? Could be, maybe it's just G spelt like that. If you go gee whiz, you could be saying that's amazing. And but it could be like G. Oh, yes. I wonder if that is G. I don't know. I'm prepared to change that, but I'm going to go with it. Radical shock treatment is failing, defect. Radical shock treatment is electrocardiotherapy, isn't it? Which is ECT. Radical, deaf. That does ring a bell. I think a deaf is a word for a radical, so I'm going to go with that. And then this one, digs around inside without companion, lying alongside is lying parallel, so that looks very good. Now, why is it that? Digs around, that's an anagram of digs. I can see that in the middle of that word, and that's in the word alone. Yes, if you're without companion, you are alone. So you put an anagram of digs inside alone, and you get alongside, which is obviously the answer. Let's try that. N and M in this one. Moon's 4 states, all in the east. Ganymede. I think Ganymede is a moon. Don't ask me which planet. That's another piece of arcane or exotica that I can't. I would go for a moon of Jupiter, but I'm probably wrong. Now moons. So a moon is Ganymede. 4 states. So Georgia, New York, maybe Maine. Is ME Maine? I'm not sure. And Delaware are all on the east coast or east side of the United States. So that is a very cute clue, actually. And it ends. This one ends in ing, therefore. Spotting. So sighting, maybe. Beloved. Oh, I know that I can pass this clue now. I don't know what it is, but beloved. We're going to have a word for beloved. Which is probably a 7-letter word, in which the R, which is the International Radio Code word for Romeo, is going to become PP for a very soft abbreviation on a musical score. So spotting is going to be appearing, or no, spotting, beloved. Your beloved is your darling. Dappling. Spotting, dappling. Gosh, that's clever. Okay. Dappling, you might have heard of a horse being dappled. It means it's spotted. So that's good. So this is... Oh, I wanted this to be auto. Oh, it's something pilot then. Automatic pilot. Oh, that's so annoying. I really understood that clue. I just didn't think. I was just autopilot, not automatic pilot. I'm so stupid sometimes. It's very, very irritating. My brain will not work. 6 down. Animated screen tip. It's an anagram of screen tip. Look at the letters we've got. And screen tip just looks like an anagram. Knowing what you'll do next is, if you're prescient, you know what you're going to do next. So what's this going to be? Tie or the? The band? Legal profession, finally. Acquired an epithet for dramatist, the bard. Okay, Shakespeare obviously referred to as the bard. The bar is a legal profession. Finally acquired, the last letter, the final letter of the word acquired is a D. So that is the bard. Now this one, weight. Applied to bed. Sheet material, that's just cotton. So a bed is a cot. Apply a weight to a cot, we add the word ton to that, and a sheet material, you have cotton bed sheets. So what's this one? Let's just have a quick look and see if we can get it without looking at the clue. And something fit, I want it to be, but I don't know what it is. Okay, oh, this is the one about Pat. We have looked at this. Project involving a worry about, oh, a worry could be a care. If we reverse the word care, no, that doesn't look likely, does it? Project Jut, involving a worry about Pat's constituent. Pat's constituent. I don't know. Hot personality turned to carnality. This is going to be a word that I think means carnality. And I need a 4-letter word for a personality. So something like, no, I was going to say celeb, but celeb is obviously 5. VIP is only 3. Personality is a name. I don't like name. Even a reversal of name is not giving me a word here, and I add H to it because H can be an abbreviation for hot. You've probably seen it on taps. You'll see an H on a tap meaning hot. What's that one? Cancel opening of... Oh, well, that's easy. Okay, cancel opening of North European hotel. Well, the way to read this is that we need to think of a 4-letter word for a North European and cancel or get rid of the first letter, and we get a word for a hotel. And if you think of a fin and get rid of the first letter, you can get the word in. So 2 down. Oh, this is the skinny Australian. Suppresses most of light gas neon. So that I was right with neon. After reduction. reduction. Skinny. Skeletal. I don't really like, actually. I mean, it's a very strange construction with NEO here. So maybe I'm wrong about neon. Light gas. Hydrogen? Helium? Lithium isn't a gas. Brilliant. Boron, carbon, nitrogen. Oxygen, ozone. Don't know. Okay, so maybe one down. Oh, this is the open fans one. Open. If something is open, it's unlocked. It's if you're open, you're candid. Why would fans be candid? Fans. No, I don't think that's right, actually. It was a good thought, but I don't think it's right. Calm consideration when accepting contract's initial condition. So, calm consideration. If you give something calm consideration, what do? You cogitate, you muse. And a condition is the proviso, it's the state of something. Calm consideration gives something your full... bother, we're going to have to get some more letters. Great destruction. Destruction is a great... well, what did I think it was before? Stomping, I thought of, didn't I? It's not this stomping, we've got this S in it now. Great. Don't know. Okay, let's have a look at this. Oh, this is the container for chow mein again. 1 ton? No, you don't put chow mein in. Well, you don't put chow mein in a 1 ton. Container for chow. I want this to be something like dog tin. A chow is in a dog, but I don't think you put dogs in tins. Container for chow. Biscuit tin. Mean. Or men as in it's not mean as in not the least obeisant lady, not an instant stopped or stady, but with mien of lord and lady, perched above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. It's not that sort of mean. Chow mein has small stone in it. A small stone is a pit, maybe? Don't like that though. Small stone could be abbreviated to just ST. Small, it couldn't be something like that, could it? Mess tin? Oh, it is mess tin, is it? Good grief, that's horrendously horrible. Okay, I think a mess tin is probably something soldiers used to carry around, but I could be completely wrong about that. Smashing. Smashing, great. If something's great, it's smashing, and destruction is certainly the smashing of things. So how was this working? Well, it's the word M-E-I-N, around S for small and ST for stone. So that's how that works. Skinny. Okay, so so that does look more like this then. Ending in O-U-S. I didn't think about that. So skinny is going to be sinuous, or no. Australian. Aus, so AUS, I think, for Australian, suppresses most of neon after reduction. So I need to... Cutaneous. I thought cutaneous was of the skin. Oh, I'm so... There you go. An example of how I am an imbecile. That's very clever. It's very clever, isn't it? So the way it fooled me, and I revealed my complete stupidity in front of probably quite a lot of people, is I was thinking of skinny as in skeletal, thin. I was thinking of skinny in terms of, information, what's the skinny? But I didn't think of skinny as in actually of the skin itself. And cutaneous is a very clever answer. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and this C is very annoying because I already know there's a C because it's accepting contracts initial. So what's this then? Butterfat. Project. involving a worry about, oh, pat, yes, a pat as in a pat of butter. Butter fat is probably right, isn't it? So why? If you project, yes, a fret. Okay, so A is just this A here. Worry about something, you fret about it. You reverse that, you turn it about in B-U-T-T, which is a word for project, to butt out. So now we might be able to get this one. Oh, it's not candid. Well, that's no surprise. Open. Fans. Open. Public. Oh, now why? Why fans ? Public. I don't know, but I like the answer. If something's open, it's public. Fans. I might have to think about that. I really like it, but I'm not sure I understand it. Calm consideration. Peace. Calm consideration. Placid. Pacify. Calm. Calm. Oh, calm. To calm is to pacify. Yes, it is. Okay. It's tricky. But now I'm hoping we're going to get this. This is going to be flesh, isn't it? Yes, it is. Good. Right, we have done the puzzle. Let me explain. So, to calm is to pacify. That's the definition. Consideration is pay. If you pay someone, you give them consideration for something. You probably, if you ever did contract law, you will know in order to have a contract, you have to have consideration. There has to be an exchange of value. So pay is accepting. Contract's initial, well, that's this C, the initial letter of the word contract, and a condition is an if, with no ifs or buts, you might have heard. That's because an if is, if you do this, you're putting a condition on something. So pacify is the answer. Now this is going to be carnality, which is flesh. How's this working? Hot H, and a personality, your personality is yourself. Reverse that, and you get flesh, and I'm going to submit this with hope that this is correct. Let's see. And we are wrong. Oh, I've spelt harum scarum wrong. Well, that's annoying. Why is that wrong? It's probably just a misspelling. Let's get the dictionary up. There we go. Looking up the word spelunker, which you may have... Harum scarum, is it? Harum... I still don't know how to spell it, apparently. Harum scarum. Oh, it must be is it? Is it harum scarum? Oh, well, okay, I just didn't know that. Okay, so why is harum scarum? So is this a homophone? Oh, it is dictators' wives. So right, I wondered why that dictator was there in the back of my head. Right. So reckless is harum scarum. Dictators' wives is saying your wives collectively are harem, H-A-R-E-M. But if you say that, it's difficult to distinguish it from H-A-R-U-M, which is what you need as the correct spelling of harum scarum, which I didn't know. And then spook the people, you scare which also sounds like scare 'em. I mean, this is brutal. It's really, really harsh, because harum scarum, if you've never seen that, I will have seen it written down before, obviously, but I didn't know this. So there, I made a mistake, I'm afraid, but hopefully you'll be able to forgive me. Hopefully there was enough amusement in especially my misunderstanding of cutaneous, to make this video still worthwhile. I'm going to, what should I call it? Simon fails, or something like that. Just be kind in the comments. I know. Oh dear. Well, now actually let's just check some of the others, because I do like to make sure that we understand in these videos. They're meant to be educational. So let's look at, I'm just going to look up Hadid here. Is Hadid necessarily Iraqi? Maybe we can go to the appendix of first names. There is an appendix of first names here. Look at this, and we can't find Hadid in it. So that's, or maybe Hadid is then meant to be read as a place. 26 across. Nationality of Hadid. I have a feeling maybe Hadid is a prophet or something that from Iraq. I don't know. We'd need Google to work that out. I might rely on the comments. You guys, the collective education of the internet, to fill me in on what I've not understood there. Oh, Ganymede. I wonder if, well, Ganymede, I think Ganymede will be in here, but not as a moon. Yeah, cupbearer. Beautiful youth. It doesn't say whether it's which moon it is, so someone's going to have to tell us that as well. What else were we a little bit unsure about? Dorsum. Let's just check dorsum. Is it a form of dorsal or coming from the same root? It must be dorsum, the back. Okay, it's a singular of dorsa. Okay, and yeah, so look, it's from the Latin dorsum, the back. So, okay, very much a root in the Latin language. Niobe, I don't think Niobe will be given in here, but it may be Niobium. Oops, let's see, Niobe. Niobe, it was Greek myth. Daughter of Tantalus, turned to stone as she wept for her children slain by Artemis and Apollo. Well, well, you might not be turned to stone, but you would weep in those situations. So, yeah, so it was Greek myth. And I was right first time. But there was a lot of errors here. There were a lot of errors, not least that I failed to solve the puzzle. But I hope you forgive me. Let's just check E as Euler's number. I don't know it as Euler's number. E, where's the mathematical E? E num, no, that's not the same. An E number isn't it? That's food. That's totally different. E, here we go. Yes, okay. So the base of natural system of logarithms. This isn't the E I knew from maths. I didn't know it as E. Is that relating to Euler then? I don't know. That's a bit of a mystery as well, isn't it? 21 down. Euler's number. So that, yeah, the internet is going to be my friend, I hope. I'm going to read the comments on this one with interest. Let me know what I've missed. Admire my inability to your heart's content, but don't be too harsh. We'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.